Welcome to the BPRC podcast, the Black People's Republic of China, giving you my opinions of living abroad. I am your host, Gary, better known as G, here to discuss my experiences of being black, only expressing positivity and love.
And I remember smoking on the block, the summertime shine, I ain't had no sunblock. Went from blocking shots to popping.
Welcome. How's everybody doing today? I hope we're all having a blessed and wonderful day. Thank you and welcome to episode safety. We're going to be talking about experiencing safety today. But as always, before we get into that, we must give a little thanks and say thank you to the man who makes this all possible. And whoever your God is, that person makes it possible for you, right? Gives you hope. Thank you, God. I need you. This is that moment I'd like you to just kind of be thankful for whatever it is you have. Be thankful for the things that you don't have. Be thankful for your health. Be thankful for your physicality. Be thankful for breath. Thank you, God. I need you. I need you. And yeah, let's get into it. Today we're going to talk about safety. We'll be joined by a guest here pretty shortly. But before, I want to always give my perspective of the topic. And, first thing that comes to mind when you think of safety is your well-being, right? But your well-being isn't necessarily your physical body, it's also your mind and what you portray as feeling safe. Are you the type of person, or are you a person that's been through something traumatic? There are safe words or target words that make you feel unsafe. Are you the kind of person that needs to feel safe when you're walking the streets or out in public? Are you the kind of person that money makes you feel safe? Like, what makes you feel safe? And I'd like to discuss what the feeling of not looking over your shoulder is like, because are we all looking over our shoulder for something, at something? That doesn't mean you have to fear. Doesn't mean you have to be walking the street at night and have to look over your shoulder to see if someone's following you or if someone's out to get you, right? You could be working and trying to strive for success and be looking over your shoulder like, okay, well, when is it going to come? When is the bad thing gonna happen? My suggestion and my point would be, find something in your heart, in your soul, that just calms you. Whether that's meditation, breathing, maybe that's sitting on the couch watching your favorite show for an hour, or maybe that's reading a book. But whatever it is that makes you calm, that is your safety net. And let's get out of the thought process or the feeling of safety being in direct correlation with physical being, right? Or a safety net being financial savings, right? That doesn't necessarily mean that that's your safety net. And again, this is the BPRC, so we have to kind of correlate that to China, because it's the Black People's Republic of China. So all of you trying to go to China, interested in going to China, living in China, or have lived in China, find your safety. And if money is your safety, then cut down your expenses and make money your safety net. What I'm saying to you is, whatever your safety net is, when you find it, gear everything else in your life towards that. One thing about the difference between China and America is that, they say, America is very, 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 very rough, very violent, very scary, but to us, yes, it is, but to us, we was born into this. And I think that's one of the things that makes China so appealing. On one of my other episodes, I talked about why is China so appealing. And that is one of the things that makes China so appealing, because it is so safe. Like you can walk wherever you, as a woman, you can walk wherever you want at any time of night, and down dark alleys or whatever, and you don't feel like anything's gonna happen to you. You know, as a man, you, especially as a black man, you don't feel unsafe in any situation, and that is rare. And that alone will allow you to at least consider living in China. Because here in America, look, you know, we're still being gunned down, man, you know, for no reason. And you know, yeah, they're kicking us out of our homes and mistreating us in China, right? But they're not gunning us down. They're not killing us. So my thing is like, whatever you're gonna do, if it's not physically harming me, I can survive from it. But here in America, you can't survive from your heart stopping. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and bring in Shannon and see what DJ Shannon has to say about it. Let's see. Shannon has also had experience living in China, so I want to get her perspective on just everything, the difference.
Hello?
DJ Shannon.
How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing okay, man. You know, just trying to stay sane amongst all of this and, you know, keep my peace. That's what I'm trying to do, you know?
I hear that, man. Well, welcome to the show. This is the BPRC, the Black People's Republic of China. We thank you.
Nice. The Black People's Republic of China. I love that.
Yeah, so today we're discussing safety. And I just like to give you a little bit of backdrop and just let you go. You know, I know I told you we was gonna talk about something else, but you know, something happens whenever I get ready to start a show, and I just be like, I want to talk about this today. So we're talking about safety, but what I wanted to tell the listeners were what's like safety, not necessarily meaning physicality. You know what I mean? Meaning like, you know, when we think of safety or the word safe, we think of being harmed or being hurt, but I want to take it to a different perspective where when you hear the word safe, I want you to think of what makes me feel safe. You know, like, so I was saying, like, for me, light and peace and being kind of having moments to myself makes me feel safe. For some people, it's reading a book. For some people, it's, you know, sitting down watching a TV show. For some people, it's having a nice size bank account, or you know what I mean? So like everyone has something different that makes them feel safe. So I kind of wanted you to talk about that. Like, what makes you feel safe? Like, and,
Yeah, that's a great question, and especially to examine that right now. There's a lot of things that I'm finding that really make me safe. One that I think is on a lot of people's minds right now is financial stability, right? Like being able to ensure that you have different streams of income to support yourself, and, you know, being able to provide for your families and loved ones, especially in a time like this where all of that is really uncertain. And it's been something that I've been trying to figure out a way to pivot, you know. I think I had this one idea in mind, and I'm sure we'll talk about this further in the show, of, you know, teaching overseas in China and, you know, just being a DJ. But now I'm seeing, especially in this crisis, I've got to kind of diversify all of the different strengths that I have and figure out a way to possibly make different streams of income within those strengths.
right.
So it's definitely been something that I've been strategizing. And another thing that really makes me safe is, you know, knowing that I have a good support system around me and that I can provide support to my loved ones. So, you know, being home right now has been really a great peace of mind, because at least I know that my family is safe and sound, and I can be able to help them.
So what are you doing to make you feel safe? Now, you know, you mentioned you're at home. Like, what's making you feel safe at home? Is it getting on your equipment? Is it what are you doing to make yourself feel? Because now, you know, it's COVID-19, so everybody's a little, you know, most people are a little nervous about, oh my God, am I gonna get it? Da, da, da. So like everyone's doing something that makes them feel safe. What is it for you?
Right, yeah. So actually, this time has been a bit of a weird blessing because I had always wanted to invest in some actual like proper CDJ equipment and kind of build up a home studio here in New York. So I've been able to use this time to do that and got myself a nice pair of Pioneers.
I saw that.
Yeah, so now I've just been kind of reaching out to the community here in New York and trying to make friends, and what we've been doing is kind of doing an exchange of sound. So I've been, asking some of the local DJs to come on my radio show, which I have here in New York called Drip Radio, and they've been sending in mixes. I've been sending in mixes to their shows, and then of course my podcast called Club Management is something that I've been doing for about a year now, and that is really about examining the stories of all the amazing people that I've met in China in the music industry, and kind of telling their stories and drawing some parallels between what's happening here in China and then obviously what's happening here in the States, both musically and culturally.
Yeah, and that's interesting because you and I on that are kind of on the same wavelength. Whereas here, on the BPRC, we just talk about like the experiences, and I really want to bring the correlation between being here in America and the differences that are in China. So when we talk about safety, did you feel like how did you feel being a black woman in China? Why did you feel so safe in China? What is the people? I don't think people realize like the feeling it is to just kind of walk around. Like it's weird because it's like here you feel unsafe when you cross the street. You feel unsafe when you enter a store. You know what I mean? But there it's like it's almost like you're floating in terms of safety.
Yeah, that's actually a really great word. I think that I have definitely been so blessed to be over there for the last 4 years and, really found myself being invited into the music culture, and not even just the music culture, I think the culture in general. I don't know, I think that it's hard to put a point on, but you really find yourself building some great relationships with folks out there, whether that be within your, for us in our schools or in music, and not only with Chinese, but other foreigners that share the same experience with you. I've got a real great friend base in China, both, with Chinese locals and foreigners from all different walks of life, black, white, French, you name it.
Yeah.
So it's really just about establishing, I think, key connections with people, and I found that I've been able to do that through finding people that share some of the same interests as me, and I think that's created a layer of safety as well, is that even though I've been away from home so long, and I know I have my family here, is that I've been able to grow some great friendships where I know if anything were to happen, I have a friend base where I could say, hey, I need your help, or hey, I'm a little sick, can you take me to the hospital? And they've all been able to show up and really show out throughout my time there,
Right. So that's a great point, because, people don't realize that, you know what, you don't, even if you don't speak the language, you build some really, really good friendships over there. And I wanted to ask you this, two parts. So the first thing was, is it just me, or did you find something over there that you brought back home with you? When I say find something, I mean inside yourself.
Yeah, and then, that's really great.
Go ahead. No, let's talk about it.
Yeah. So I guess I need to take this back to when I first originally went out there. So I went out to China in 2016, and I was just completely fed up, Didn't see any end in sight at that time because I was trying to, get my foot in the door here in New York with the media industry, and also spent a little bit of time in Michigan doing radio as well. So I just felt like I was encountering all these roadblocks, and I just didn't know how to, take that step forward and really pursue what I wanted to do.
Right.
So at that point, I said, okay, let's flip the switch and make a transition. And my sister had already gone to live in Shanghai for a year, and she was telling me about how she's been meeting these incredible people over in China, and, why don't you come out here and give it a try and see if this might be an option for you. So I said, China, really? You know what? All right. At that time, I had $500 suitcase and took the first flight out to.
I had the same reaction.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
It's one of two. It's one of two things. It's either the really nah, or it's the really I'm gone.
Yeah, and you know what? It's because when you're at a point like that where you feel like, man, nothing's going right, it almost is like, okay, well, what else can really go wrong? You know, like I might as well take my chances and see what could happen. So I went out there. First year was a little nerve wracking, and it really took me a while to just kind of get the lay of the land, right? Because like people don't realize when you move to a new country, you literally have to start life over again.
Start life over again. And what made you feel? So what made you feel safe with that decision? Like you're a woman. Like I've tried to bring other women out there to work and I try to influence them to come out there. But like one of my friends was like, my family. I'm a girl. I'm out there by myself, and I'm like, man, you don't know.
Right.
What did you hear? Like, cause did you hear about? Like, what made you say no? You know what? I feel okay. Like I'm gonna.
Yeah. So I mean, I think I was lucky, right? Because I had my sister already out there, so I knew that if anything were to possibly go wrong, I always would have my sister as a support system out there with me, and we literally did the whole 4 years together until she eventually moved to Vietnam to kind of get her life set up out there. But she was a big support system in helping me to navigate around Chongqing, which is where we lived. And then eventually I said, you know what, I can't really rely on her. I've got to start learning how to speak Chinese. So, I found myself learning a whole new language and learning how to essentially communicate with people through that language. So it definitely teaches you something about yourself. And I've learned that I'm a survivor, and I always come up with ways to figure out how to be able to sustain and survive. And now I've proved that by living in a whole different country.
Right. And I was, so the second part of that was, I want listeners to understand that first and foremost, like it's just a different vibe inside of you. Like it's like a different happiness and calmness when you're there than it is in America. And I want to bring it back to the black on black thing. Like I don't know about you, but when I first went to China, I the first thing I said to myself was like, wow, every black person loves each other. Like, not, I wouldn't say love each other, but like we respect each other. Like there was never one time in my first year. Now it's changed since then. It's definitely changed. But my first year, it wasn't not one time I walked past a black person and they wasn't like, hi, well, hey, what's going on? You know what I mean? Not one time. It's not like that anymore, unfortunately. But like, was that the same? Can you speak on that? Like, what did it feel like? And because the reason why I'm getting passionate about it is because, being American, I was out the other day. And, I was going for a walk around the neighborhood or whatever. And I saw this gentleman. He was washing his car, black guy. He's washing his car. And out of instincts, because I've been living in China for the last 3+ years, I was like, what's up? He looked at me, but he gave me this look like, nigga, well, like, why is you talking to me? You know what I mean? So like what did that feel like to you, man? Like did you notice the same thing or no? Am I tripping?
I mean, so I definitely I feel like I built some of the closest relationships with all my black and brown brothers and sisters that are out there. And I think it's because finally we're all in a position where we have to kind of readjust and reacclimate. So when we see someone that looks similar to us, we find solace in that. We know that we can, lean on each other in a sense to help each other. And I've definitely formed a really great relationship with the tons of black folks that are living abroad. I actually started a little group in Chongqing called Wakanda CQ. And, obviously inspired by Black Panther, but it really grew into the mindset of, okay, listen, we are all from the same family, and out here and wherever we all are around the world, we need to connect and take care of each other and build some systems where we can support each other. So in this group, every month we would do some activities where maybe we do a cookout or a book reading where we talk about some books that we're really into at the moment. And I found that through these events, it was a great way to get to know brothers and sisters from different walks of life, why they even came to China in the first place, and then build a continuous channel of support for all of us being out there. People could go into the WeChat group and share resources, where to get your hair done, where you can get a great meal or have fun. And people need to feel like they have a sense of security, especially living abroad. And that's my little piece in providing that for us.
All right, so do you feel like that has changed at all? Because like I mentioned earlier, I feel like from the last time I left, and okay, let's talk about the entertainment scene. In the entertainment scene, did you find that because I feel like that was a little different from regular life, everyday life, to when you're trying to build an entertainment brand, such as a DJ or an artist or something. I didn't feel that same
camaraderie.
Yeah, why?
Yeah, that's true. That is very true. And I think it's not only with just being us, right? I think that it's in a lot of different areas. You see someone that could be potentially competition, you're not as willing to lend a helping hand when you feel that your hard work will be threatened. And I've definitely had that happen to me a countless amount of times. It's so funny because I just had this conversation with an artist on Twitter the other day, and he was saying that why do people make you jump through some of the same, boundaries and hurdles that they had to go through? And through that whole jacked up process, we're losing out on a bunch of talent and opportunities. Whereas if we said, let's make a plan together and figure out how we both going to eat, it would be different, And that mentality has been so dangerous in the entertainment industry. And I hope that if I ever get to a point in position to help others, that I can really start to knock down all of that mess, because it's stupid.
Yeah, and it's important too, and actually it's set up to keep us that way, really. But that's a whole nother show. You know what I'm saying?
But quickly, I want to mention, to provide listeners with a little backstory. So I found myself in the early part of 2018 owning a club out there in Chongqing called Cream, and we were able to hold it down for a year. But the idea was to provide a space for local and international talent to come and share their music. And this was specifically geared towards this kind of hip-hop avant-garde-esque scene that's bubbling out of China. But I also wanted it to be a spot where people who look like me could be represented, because I feel like right now the wave with hip-hop in China, it's amazing and it's incredible, and I love that they're taking their twists. But at the end of the day, you've got to realize that this is our culture, right?
And you can't do it like us.
It was about having a sense of control and being able to provide access not only to the great talent in China, but be able to provide access to folks who look like me and Black and brown brothers and sisters who want to come out overseas and have a chance to perform. That type of exposure is so tremendous for anyone's career, to be able to go overseas and perform in front of a crowd. I mean, that speaks volumes, and I wanted to be able to help in that process.
So I say this, first of all, you're right. It is very fun to perform in front of an international crowd. I'm speaking from experience. And then the only thing is, like, you had this idea, like you was talking about your club Cream, but I want to ask you this, like, I'm assuming you had partners. What did you run into? Like, what faults did you run into working with those partners that maybe didn't at some point started to not get the same idea that you had when you guys initially first started?
So I will say this. I think that with my partners, it wasn't that we didn't necessarily share the same vision. I think it was because we were so flustered with trying to hold down not only the importance of the club, but then we still had jobs outside of running this club.
Right.
So, trying to juggle all those different avenues eventually, didn't end up to the best result. But I think that we were on stage at most points, maybe a couple of creative direction, understanding some creative direction ideas, but we were definitely on point with each other. I just think that when it came to delegating tasks and organizing some things properly, it resulted in a little bit of a downfall,
And that happened, so that's understandable. But I hope you didn't think you was getting ready to get out of here. Like, no, we're not done yet. So I need you to play a couple games with me, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, so the first game is called Blackout. That's my Method Man intro.
Okay.
Alright, so in Blackout. Alright, so in Blackout, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. I'm gonna name an industry, and you're going to have to give me as many black names in that industry in 30 seconds. So,
Oh my God, I'm scared.
No, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna give you something that you can tackle today, okay? I'm feeling in a good mood today. So I wanna see you be successful.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give you producers.
Okay, good.
Okay,
All right.
black producers.
Okay.
Let's see how many you can name in 30 seconds. On my go.
Oh my God.
You ready?
Oh God, wait, hold on. Let me make a list.
No, you can't make the list. It's gotta go. You ready? I'm gonna go. Ready? Go.
Okay, so we have knowledge. Oh my God, this makes me so nervous. We have Diddy. We have oh my God, this makes me so nervous. We have Kid Cudi. We have Kanye West. We have Drake. We have oh my God. We have okay. I don't think I can go on.
Okay. That wasn't bad. Most people, and I love that game because people don't realize. Like, if I asked you right now with no timer, or if we wasn't on the show and with no timer, you'd probably just ramble them off, right?
Ramble all day.
Right. Exactly. So we're gonna have to get you on another day and give you another shot. But so the rule is you do get to keep your black card as long as you get 3. You get to keep your black card, so that's good. So one more game we're gonna play. It's called Alphabet Soup.
Nice.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna give you a letter, and you're gonna name as many words that begin with that letter in 30 seconds, but you can't use names.
Can't use names.
No names, just words. Okay, this is all part of Mind Fitness. We're all in the house killing our eyes on IG and computers, and so it's just little brain games. All right.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna give you. Let me see what letter I want to give you. H.
Okay, H. Hot.
Wait. Whoa. Yeah, everybody gets so pumped up. They be ready to go. I love it.
I got a receiver.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you before I start, there is a secret to getting the at least. Okay, so the record is 20.
Okay.
So there is a secret. All right, ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Go.
Okay. Hot. Wait. No. Okay, so I have to go through the alphabet. Okay. Apple.
No. We're gonna start over.
Okay.
Your letter is H.
Oh, H. Okay. So am I going from H and on?
No, you just all words that begin with the letter H.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Only H. All right. No, I'm good. This is all love. It's all love and positivity. I think it's fun.
This isn't live right now. You're gonna edit this, right?
Maybe not. It's okay. Okay, ready?
Okay.
All right, go.
Okay. Hat. House. Hippie. Hickory. Handle. Hope. Horrendous. Heavy. Hemp. Historic. History. Hip. Hit. Hedge. Heel. Hex.
See? Hey, look, that's a good redeem. You got
Yeah, that was the best.
you got 15.
Whoa, excited.
Yeah, you got 15, so that definitely is something to be proud of, and thank you for playing that game. And it's good. Like I think it's good for us to just kind of be free, man, and kind of break down those I need to sound and be perfect walls.
Yeah,
Um,
I appreciate that. That was nice. I enjoyed that game.
yeah, so we'll play again. But before I let you go, because I know you have a busy schedule and you need to go make some beats, what do you want to say? Whatever you need to say, go ahead and say it. No time limit. Just speak.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I want to thank you so much for having me on the show. And, I just want to tell people don't let this time discourage you because I've definitely been in that mode at some points throughout this process where I felt like, why is this happening to me? But realize that this is definitely happening to all of us around the globe. And we will bounce back throughout this. Just keep your mind safe and healthy. Do whatever makes you feel safe during this time. And just keep your head up and keep working because when this all ends, things will be on the upside. So keep your faith.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Shannon, I want to thank you. I want you to be blessed and stay safe out there in New York. And let me know if there's anything else I can do for you to help you or help me or whatever. Let's just stay in contact and make it work.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother.
You're welcome.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
And that was DJ Shannon out of New York, a friend of mine from China. Really smart, blessed young lady. So I'm really glad we had a chance to talk to her and hear her perspective. But you know how we go. So this is the BPRC. So how do we were talking about safety today. And she had a lot of great points about how she felt internally, and that was really the main point. I'm really just trying to open up. I'm just really just trying to get people to open up their emotional side when it comes to looking at themselves. It's almost like as human beings, we're so trained to look at outside, to look at what other people are doing and try to implement that, right? Or copy that. But I would like all my listeners at least to just, what we want to do is just kind of focus on the mirror, right? The man in the mirror. Just kind of look inside and ask yourself, like, what do I need to be in the best headspace that I can possibly be, and if that is something that you have to do by moving or changing your circumstances or doing something that you never thought that you would do, then I absolutely suggest that that's something you do. Money changes people, right? And in these times, I don't know if I can really talk about money because most of us are struggling, or if we're not struggling, we're evolving, and if we're not evolving, some of us are just trying to figure out how to adjust. So we're adjusting, right? And how does, like, what sole purpose does that take? Like, what's the purpose? Like, what's the purpose of living a life is so anxious and doesn't allow you to fully recognize your potential? So I say, try to evolve internally during these times. Keep your family safe and physically and mentally. Give your children and your parents and your best friends, just talk to them and see what they. So my challenge to you today is talk to one of your closest associates and ask them if there's anything they'd like to get off their chest. Because we don't know what people are holding in. And sometimes just releasing it without a judgmental ear is special. And it can make 100 times difference in your life. So that's gonna conclude my safety net today. But here in the BPRC, we go to a couple different things. And this is our fresh new find of the day. This is Chances, called Elevator Girl. I'm sorry, this is Shura and Ivy Soul, called Elevator Girl. I'm gonna let this one play a little bit, only just because Elevator Girl.
Maybe I can help you out. You got something. Maybe if it all works out, we got something so sweet. 22 flights of silence before I let you in. 22
Again, I do not own the rights, but I just feel like if I can play some music that helps people feel a little bit better, I don't think we're doing any damage to the world by exposing someone's good talent, right? But let's go to Listed. Today we're going to talk about how to stay safe on the streets, right? So 10 ways to stay safe on the street. Oh, let's do 9. Let's do 9 ways today to stay safe on the streets. First one, appearing confident is one of the best ways of staying safe. All right, so confidence is key. When you're walking alone, try to look alert and walk tall, right? Don't walk with your head down or look into your phone because you won't be able to use your peripheral vision and see who's plotting on you. Number 3, plan where you're going and how you're going to get there. That way it feels routine and you can just kind of make your way. Number 4, it's also worth letting other people know where you're going and when you expect to get back. That way they can kind of just keep a heads up for, okay, she said he or she said they was gonna be back at a certain time. They're not back, so let me just give a call. You can have someone checking on you, right? Just in case something out the ordinary happens. Number 5, plan a route in advance so that you don't appear lost, right? Most pickpockets or people who are using others as targets, they look for the people who look like they need help, right? That's an easy way to be a target. Number 6, carry a mobile phone with you and have useful numbers programmed in it, right? So that way you don't have to, most of us don't even remember phone numbers. So a good safety tip is to program your phone numbers, a couple phone numbers in your phone, so that all you have to do is hold down a button, and then you can get some help. Number 7, carry a personal attack alarm. That could mean mace, that could mean a car alarm, that could mean a buzzer, anything that makes a lot of noise or attracts attention to you quickly and that's really annoying. Other people can kind of turn and look your way and see what's happening. Number 8, stick to busy, well-lit places. Avoid underpasses or shortcuts unless the lighting is good and you're confident that it's safe. That's very important too. Like, try not to take roads or sidewalks that cover your exposure. You know what I mean? You definitely don't want to walk places where if you got snatched up, no one's going to see it because you kind of helped the culprit. Number 9, wear comfortable clothes and shoes that are easy to move in. Basically saying wear some shoes in case you gotta run, right? You're not gonna get away in some high heels, and you're not gonna want to take your heels off and run, or you're not gonna want to walk in no hard bottom shoes. Run in some hard bottom shoes if you're a man. But yeah, so those are 9 safety tips for you to move around on a daily basis or when you travel abroad. Just some things to be aware of. But that is going to conclude our show for today. And I really like to thank you for listening. And I feel extremely blessed to just be able to have a voice. And, we're going to give you the little sum up before we go. So the quote today is, I think that when the world feels safe and secure, we probably feel more that way in our personal lives. What goes on in the world affects us equivocally. And that is your show for today. BPRC 2020 IG, Instagram, Facebook, BPRC, the Black People's Republic of China page, Twitter. Join us. Let's start some dialogue.